Welcome to Winston-Salem and another stop along Tobacco Road, which is home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and the fans have been ready to get things started since early in the day. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Virginia Tech Hokies. And the Demon Deacons will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Virginia Tech's offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Hokies come to the... of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Part of the Hokies' DNA to rely on that ground game, sort of like a Kevin Jones type guy.
No doubt, and I think it's always what's made these offenses go. Like the running game, the versatility of the running game, but you got to have that bell cow that you can hand it off to establish it.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Mason. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Now, I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Takes the handoff. It's Mason. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Motion from the offense. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw. It's Drones. They're trying to get to him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. He got it. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Wake Forest's offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Pressure coming. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Looking downfield, it's Drones. Extending the play. A little screen to the running back. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Really nice looking pass there. I'll tell you, they ask you to do a lot at Virginia Tech when you're the quarterback. You're expected to make plays with your feet because of some of the greats that have come before you, but you've also got to be able to hurt defenses throwing it as well. The entire playbook is open and at your disposal, and this guy right now, he's showing you with his arm talent, he can carve up this defense.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to get to it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Makes the grab. It's Wiggins. Pulled down for the tackle.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Hokies have moved it inside the 20. Wide receiver coming across in motion. In the red area, it's Mason. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Got his man. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. You know, rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
The give to the tailback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Hand off from the shotgun. Nice move to keep moving. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, what a nice run. He's showing you his athleticism there. You guys remember back in the day when we were calling a game here and the all-time great Virginia Tech running back Kevin Jones came up to the booth. And he got into a vertical leap contest with Pollock. It was awesome. This guy on the field, man, he's got so much skill and ability. He's strong.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Dropping back, it's Drones. Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Hokies are on the move. Quarterback checking off. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wiggins. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Alabama is on the short side of things right now. But like the days of Tua and Devontae Smith in the 2018 title game, do not rule out a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Boise State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. He's going to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Got it in the middle. It's Fields. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. This offense has a 2nd down play. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Feeling some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. The holder will put it down at midfield. A 60-yard attempt from the left side, no less. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, 60 yards.
What a weapon this kicker is. When you've got leg talent like that, you're liable to score from anywhere on the field. Just get the ball close to midfield, you can put 3 on the board.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Back to throw, it's Drones. He looks that one in nicely. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Hokies headed quickly to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll take another shot here. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And once he got loose, it was all over. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Hokies will kick it away to crank up the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Demon Deacons in the hurry-up. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Got his man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Got a man. It's Fields. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
They'll try to get outside, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Back to pass, it's Drones. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Hokies line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Now a chance to really dig their way out of this hole.
Yeah, and it's complimentary football, right? Offense doing their job, scoring, defense getting the stop. Offense has got the ball right back. Palmer, go back to that last drive, revisit it, rehash some of the same plays.
Yeah, and if you're the quarterback here, think about where are my best matchups too. We're going to have to throw the football at some point here, so where do I want to take advantage of this defense?
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Boy, his freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He's looking to throw it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Snares it outside. It's Fields. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They're bringing heat. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. And the Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tighter, cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
At the 40, there he goes. He He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Across the 25, he's got room. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Dropping back, it's Drones. Gets it out fast. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the Hokies brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. And they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Fast motion from the offense. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies!
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Wake Forest, 13.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
2nd down coming up.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. Still running at the 40. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and are still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
The Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. He's got it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Barrels ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary.
And that pass picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Snags it over the middle. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. The Hokies will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll throw it on first down. Got the quick pass. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Demon Deacons want to pick up the tempo. These corners backing off a bit. DB's right up on the receivers. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Wake! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. With the run on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. They're working that left side. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Demon Deacons want to move quickly. He wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Smith. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The offense set for a 1st down play. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball. 6th play of the drive coming up. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the right. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national.